Tears? Lies?
He called me dumb.
She always lying.
And lawsuits? What really happened at Miss Universe 2025? Ever since Miss Mexico Fatima was crowned in Thailand, the legitimacy of this beauty pageant has been heavily debated. French musician and former judge Omar Harfouch has been exposing the organization ever since, and now legal action has come into the picture. Hi everyone, it's Adiola. Many people felt Miss Côte d'Ivoire Olivia Yacé should have won the title of Queen, with Thai host Nawat even reposting a video of the crowd chanting her name in Bangkok. Back in November, Omar posted on his Instagram story that Miss Universe President Raúl had asked him as a member of the jury not to vote for any African country, not for some of the Asian countries including Lebanon, not for Russia, Belarus, or even Serbia, and many more. At the time, Raúl was facing major public backlash due to rumors of him rigging the competition in Fatima's favor. In a viral interview segment, he made the excuse that Côte d'Ivoire couldn't win because her passport would lead to visa issues during travel, even though it was revealed she also holds an American passport. Omar responded to the controversy saying, "Excluding Miss Ivory Coast from the crown because she comes from a country with visa difficulties is discriminatory. Excluding her from the crown because she is African is racist. Raúl told me as a jury member a week before the election that I should take into consideration that the coming Miss Universe will fly with him in his private jet all the coming year." He also revealed a WhatsApp message from journalist Yordi Martin that read, "I have a recording where Raúl admits that he indicated Venezuela couldn't win. And regarding Mexico, he told me that she's not the prettiest or the best walker, but for the Miss Universe brand, they had to make her win." Dr. Nok Shalida, who won Miss Universe Thailand in 1998, was on the voting panel and revealed during a live stream that Côte d'Ivoire was her favorite.
แม่ชอบคำตอบใครคะโอ้ แม่ชอบคำตอบโค้ดd'Ivoire คือตั้งแต่ครั้งแรกที่เห็นได้มีโอกาสพบเจอทั้งในและนอกห้องสัมภาษณ์ตอบดีเป็นแรงบันดาลใจแล้วแม่ว่าเขาสวยเขาสง่างามแม่ชอบเขาแล้วก็คำตอบของเขา
Natalie, Miss Universe 2005, who was also a selection committee member, shared in an interview that she spoke to around 70% of the other judges, and they told her they didn't vote for Mexico as their top choice either.
Every judge that I've spoken to, and I think I've spoken to probably 70% of them, were surprised. Were surprised that Miss Mexico won. They were surprised by the placement of the top 5, by the ultimate placement from fourth runner-up to winner. And I asked the ones that I've talked to, I said, who was your number one? And they all said somebody other than Mexico. I'm a judge and I'm speaking to most of the other judges. So it's like, if 80 or 70 or 80% of us didn't vote Mexico, why is she the winner? Putting everything together, it just felt something's off. I gave Thailand and Côte d'Ivoire the first top scores. When the finalists were being announced and Côte d'Ivoire was the last place as fourth runner-up, it was just a shock. And you could feel that shock around in the audience. Just everybody was just like, what? Impossible, no. It felt at that moment like she was deliberately being last. It was just probably the worst shock of the entire contest for me.
Olivia, who came in at fourth runner-up as Miss Universe Africa and Oceania, ended up publicly resigning from her position, stepping down and thanking Omar for speaking up. The unresolved scandal continued into 2026, with Omar posting Raúl's identification documents, stating that he had recordings of their private conversations, and even leaking audio of Raúl discussing Fatima's appearance, where he claimed she didn't have plastic surgery and that her walk could be corrected quickly.
Y como ponga la pierna, se le arregla rápido. Aquí adentro no se arregla, y lo que sale de la lengua tampoco se arregla, así verdaderamente. Y luego vemos a un igual.
As a result, Raúl liked a post on Instagram showing JKN Universe LLC had filed a defamation lawsuit against Omar, citing failure to complete his contractual obligation of performing the piano at Miss Universe and his social media post claiming the competition had been rigged. For the contract breach, they're seeking $75,000 in damages. Miss Grand International President Nawat also filed a criminal complaint against Fatima, also citing defamation, as he insists he did not call her a dumbhead during the sashing ceremony, but that he said damage instead. On Facebook, MGI stated that she made a false accusation to the media, seemingly for personal gain, and did not apologize to Nawat. They also said media outlets should refrain from amplifying her allegations as to not be charged as co-conspirators. The report to the Thai police states, for a top-level international executive, being accused of publicly calling a beauty queen dumb tarnishes Mr. Nawat's image as an aggressive and emotionally immature executive. This caused severe emotional and psychological damage. Spreading false information that he had problems with the organization and abused his power negatively impacted global partners, sponsors, and stakeholders. Furthermore, the widespread dissemination of the video clip both domestically and internationally has caused Mr. Nawat to face unprecedented social condemnation and attacks on social media. The violent and abusive comments across all platforms incite hatred and severely undermine human dignity, and that they must track down and arrest Miss Fatima Bosch so that she can be prosecuted according to the law until the case is finalized. During a press conference, Nawat went on to call Fatima a liar.
เรามีหลักฐานเชิงประจักษ์ว่าน้องเนี่ยเป็นคนใส่ร้ายคนอื่นนะครับเป็นคนให้ร้ายเราเป็นคนพูดเท็จนะฮะ she always lying so that's why เราก็เลยต้องแบบเอาเอกสารมาสเตทเมนต์เพราะฉะนั้นให้หยุดซะนะฮะก็ขอร้องให้น้องหยุดนะฮะโกหกหยุดใส่ความคนอื่นหยุดให้ร้ายซึ่งไม่เป็นความจริงกับเราอันนี้มันมีหลักฐานชัดเจนเพราะฉะนั้นเนี่ยต้องเคารพ my voice ด้วยและเคารพเรื่องจริงนะครับเพราะว่าคนเราเนี่ยถ้ามี voice มันต้องมี respect มีความรับผิดชอบแล้ว voice กับ respect มันจะมีประสิทธิภาพก็ต่อเมื่อมันเป็นเรื่องจริง I never said dumb head even one word I said you are damaged you can check all my footprint digital footprint
That's good it's a damage for the queen if you follow the order from your national director you are damaged if you not you can do I'm very happy
It's a fake news I didn't say about dumb head I talk it's a damage the queen
Omar announced the HBO Max documentary on this expose will be coming out June this year. Omar's comment said, "This documentary will mark a before and after in the history of beauty pageants worldwide, and especially on the American continent. I'm so proud to have been a part of this change, to have been a catalyst for it, and so fortunate to have people like Yordi who not only noticed that change, but knew to welcome it and help push it. My most sincere thanks to Yordi for speaking up at a crucial time and for participating in this documentary to be released in June 2026. I can't believe this case is still not closed. I will be keeping you updated once the documentary is released, so make sure to subscribe for that and leave your thoughts below. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys soon."